Hey, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is September 24th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. So if you like these videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. It does help me out. Also, if you want more of my content, check me out on Twitter at AlphaCharts365. I post things there really all week long for everybody. And as you all know, I do have a subscriber group. Again, my point of the subscriber group is to keep you on the right side of the market and in the best names possible. You know, when we talk about the right side of the market, that goes a lot into how successful we are. Because in a bull market, everybody's geniuses. But it's when somebody says, hey, things aren't looking good, start to raise cash and get more defensive, that you save your money and don't give it all back. That's where the value is for the people that say, hey, it's not the right time to get aggressive in the market, right? That's where the value is. You know, everyone gives stock setups. That's the easy part. So that is one of the things that I feel like I try to give y'all in the service specifically, is to let you guys know, hey, things aren't right. And I do that through multiple videos throughout the week, midweek videos, market notes, with explanations and charts, very detailed throughout on what I'm looking at in markets and how I see it. Right? You know, no one's perfect, and no one's going to get it right 100% of the time. But my track record, at least in this cycle, has been getting long in May, end of May, getting cautious at the end of July, staying cautious, and actually getting short last week. Right? So it is what it is, right? And again, subscribers will tell you that that's what my positions have been, and luckily it's been good for us. If you're interested in that type of detailed analysis and you know and what the service offers, please check it out at Alpha Charts 365. Again, I don't tell you to buy or sell or or hold or do whatever. That's up to you. But I will give you opinions on things and give you what I'm doing in my opinion. And I think there's a lot of value in that. All right, $10 a month, cheaper than a fast food meal for one person. So the value that is immense. And check it out at Alpha Charts 365 on Twitter. All right, stocks to watch. Let's talk about this. So we all know that this has been a rough week. We failed here, and now we're testing this area right over here. Whether there's a hold, does not hold, we don't know, obviously. But there are some names that are holding up better than others, right? So I always try to give you guys about 10 names, and here are the 10 I have for you today. First one is Owl, Blue Owl Capital. So again, it's a newer name. I always like the newer names. And it is just testing and trying to break out here. If I let me put in the 9 and the 23 in here. And then you can see how it's just coming back and kind of flagging into the 9-day moving average, decent amount of volume. Again, early entry could be there, or you could wait for a confirmation on the breakout. But this Blue Owl Capital looks pretty good. CWAN. This is Clearwater Analytics. We have this. I mean, you can just see this area right here. Let me just highlight it, right? I mean, there it is. Right, nice little base that's trying to build. Hasn't broken out yet. Still has something to prove. Decent volume coming in. So it's a good looking name, right? Again, newer name. That those are the ones that need to be priced correctly in the market still. But I like this base. It's doing nothing wrong. And while the market is falling off and falling apart, these are holding up. Duolingo. Same thing for Duolingo, right? Again, this was not a SPAC. This came right to the market, it looks like. I don't think it was a SPAC. But you can see how it went all the way up here, 205 or so, came all the way back, and now is trying to uptrend again. Has this double bottom look to it. Now, it kind of failed here. It didn't fail. Came up to here and, found supply come in, came back, and so 50-day supported it. So again, you could play against the 50-day. That's a reasonable reward to risk if you want that early entry, or you can look for it to break out from the true double bottom and look for the measure to move higher, right? So that's two options right there. But if it breaks the 50-day, there's no reason to be involved in this name. And it may, listen, there's a little weakness in here, right? So I would want to see confirmation from me before I dove into this particular one. Sprouts Farmers Market, it's a grocery store. And it is, again, it's not going to be the fastest mover, but you can see it broke out of this general area, kind of came back in right there, but broke out, and it is just slowly stair-stepping higher. That's it. You see the bullshit line moving averages, not doing anything wrong. If you need to be in something, this is a name that, again, is trending higher. And if it breaks, $40, or you could say $39, it's very low risk, right? But it's not going to move very fast either. BRBR. So this is Bell Ring Brands. They do things like power bars and protein stuff. And you can see it's just got this little kind of little flaggy look area. There's your 23-day holding it, right? So if we get some kind of breakout of here, of this little trend line, that could go higher, right? A decent amount of accumulation showing up. Again, holding up better than most. So that's what we're looking for. Again, not the fastest mover, but it's got relative strength and some absolute strength. Coursera. So this one's trying to break out of a very large double bottom base, right? Again, it was, was all the way up to a almost $65 stock, went all the way down to a $9, $10 stock. And now it is trying to, again, break out of the double bottom, and it came back and it's retested. So it hasn't done anything wrong yet. Again, you could keep a nice tight stop. And if it does hold, right, what's the low in that day? 17, we'll call it 1750-ish, right? Which is right below the 23-day as well, right? That's fine, right? If it breaks below there, there's no reason to be involved in that name, because you see the 23 held here and here, and so it should hold here. If it doesn't, that's the information we need. And then if it moves higher, you got a great entry. That's it. Even if you do a quarter or half position, you don't have to do a full position. No one says you have to buy everything all at once. But it's holding up really nice. That's Coursera. Ryan. So this is Ryan Specialty Holdings. I believe they're also a capital management, insurance broker. Tells you right there, right? It has this base, broke out, consolidated. Now it consolidated, tried to move higher and couldn't. That could be a red flag. So just be careful with this one and honor your stops if you want to get involved in it. It hasn't technically, it tried to break out and got beaten back. Not my favorite looking candle here. So just again, if this is a name, I'd want to see it prove itself and hold above 49.75-ish before I got involved in it, but it's holding up better than most. CRBG. This is Core Bridge Financial Investments, again, a capital management type of name, similar, I think, to Blue Owl. And you can see how it's just kind of basing out, starting to get itself in order in its moving averages, right? So that's a good thing. Yeah, maybe it pulls back a little bit and makes, and then breaks out. That'd be fine too. But overall, holding up nice, doing better than most. That's what we're looking for. And the last one in my group today is going to be CCCS. This is Intelligent Solution Holdings. So this is a AI type company, from what I understand. Even though it says financial conglomerates, finance. I thought it was the AI company. I could be wrong. Listen, do your own due diligence, right? But this one moved higher. There's a beautiful base. It broke out again. That's the candle that I don't love. It came back in. And look how the volume is starting to really kind of wash out and come back in. So now, if it can, again, close the gap, that's the other thing it did here. So now if it can start to turn, this one could potentially move pretty quickly, actually. It trades $1 million a day, so that's fine. It's liquid enough, at least for me. And yeah, so I would definitely watch this one as just a retest. Again, even if it comes down a little closer, I'd love to get closer to that 23-day if possible. and then it could start to move higher. So this one looks pretty good too, holding up again better than most. And so it's one that we want to watch. Okay. So I give you guys 10 names today of names that are holding up. There's not a lot holding up. So just be careful out there. And if you want more context and more information, check me out at AlphaCharts365. Ask me if you have any questions, get me on Twitter right there. We'll be happy to answer anything that you have. Okay. Consider the subscription. Have a great day. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.